What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and today I'm here with Bato, co-founder of DunRite Games and of Rift of Raigard, and we're going to be talking about the game, some expectations, and just having some fun in discussion today. Bato, how you doing today, man?
Hey man, thanks for having me, and hello Echo family.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on the channel. Everybody knows Jake. Everyone knows Jake's face. He's kind of the media presence behind DunRite and behind Rift of Raigard, so I figured having you on the channel would be just a different flavor and a different perspective of what's going on, although I know that you and Jake are probably on the same page with just about everything regarding the game. But I figured it would be a different spice right here having you on, so again, thank you very much. And I plan to jump right into the questions right now, and I have a few written down, and this could go in other directions, which is cool. But first of all, let's start out by finding out who is Bato. Who are you, Bato, and what do you bring to the table for DunRite Games and for Rift of Raigard?
Sure. There's a reason why Jake is the face of the company. He's a YouTuber. I'm the engineer. I'm the guy responsible for building Jake's vision. I basically turned anything that Jake comes up with into engineering English that I can speak to the people back in the production office and they can actually develop it. I'm a very methodical person. I have a master's in engineering, so it takes a lot of detail-oriented kind of person. But I'm somewhere there in between, so I can talk to Jake on the overall things, and then I can go down to the nitty-gritty of things and talk to the engineers and the artists to see how we're going to build things. So this is my first game I ever make, but I've been a gamer since I was born. Commodore 64, Atari, NES, all the way. So
You're dating yourself there, man. You're dating yourself with that.
I am older than Jake. I am. I can't hide that.
So basically, you're the guy that makes stuff happen for the company and for the game. You're the make it happen guy.
I am. I run the day-to-day operations. I basically run the whole business. Jake, I would say, he's the game designer. He's the guy who comes up with the ideas, with the game modes. He's the guy listening to you, Echo, and your followers and everyone else that is out there. He funnels all these ideas. He vets everything, and then he comes up with this picture of what the game will be, and then my responsibility is to make that a reality.
Well, so far, I love the picture. When I was down there with you guys in Mexico, I absolutely fell in love with what I saw and what I heard from you guys, which is why I'm so excited to cover this game moving forward. So first of all, thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to be in here, and I appreciate, you know, being able to just hit you guys up and get some information when that time comes. So the next question I have before we get into details about the game is, what inspired you to join Jake on this journey?
Right. So I guess that's maybe a two-part story. I come from a very entrepreneurial family. Very early on, I was instilled a hard work ethic. You know, my first job, I was 6 years old selling eggs to my neighbors. From the very beginning, I was very, you know, nurtured into being my own boss. But it took me a long time to actually achieve that. So I was working for small and large corporations most of my life, being the head of development and head of marketing, stuff like that. And then I started my own path 3 years ago, more or less. Yeah, a bit more than 3 years ago. I quit my day job. I started my own thing, started working with the family business. Did a startup that didn't go so well, but I did another you know, software-based system that I'm still building. That I'm still working hard to make that happen. And I had people that, you know, I could start playing around with different ideas. And I'm a follower of Jake. I have been since I was Town Hall 7. I know every one of your followers will know what that is.
Yes, exactly.
I learned funneling 101 from Jake. Then I learned to hog. I learned to Laloon, Cold Blood, you know, Shattered, Laloon. So all of that, I followed Jake on how it developed. And then when he quit, I think you all saw, I was still very, very focused on doing the game, doing the grind. But I did agree with a lot of the things that Jake had mentioned in his videos. So back in July last year, when he said, "Okay, I have an idea, and if anyone is willing to help me out build it, just write me up." I did, because I was doing my thing, and I was seeking for stuff that I could do, that I could feel confident on doing, and things that are passion of mine. So one of them is health and wellness. So I exercise a lot, and I take care of my body. I eat well. So that's one area where I like to focus on, and then the other one is video games. So then why not make a video game, and like the company's name, DunRite.
Yeah.
If you want to do something right, you have to do it yourself, because no one else will actually listen to you if you don't have the tools or the power to actually make the changes. And this is what I've been telling Jake from the get-go, and I think that he mentioned in one of his videos, he never is gonna get a no as an answer from the people. It's just like, yes, but it might take years, might take months, might take days. It doesn't matter, but the answer can never be no.
Yeah, and I remember talking to you guys over in Mexico about that, and that was said many times. And we also caught ourselves saying so many times, look, you're doing this game right. You're making it right. And it just, I mean, it wasn't even like we were trying to do a pun or anything. It was just right along the lines of your mission of the company. You are doing things right. And like you said, if it takes long, if it takes a short time, doesn't matter. You're going to make sure that it's done right. And that actually leads me into my next question. Are you done with that last question? Did I cut you off?
No, I think I'm done, yeah.
Okay. The next question was, how does DunRite separate themselves from other game development companies? So what makes you different from them? Not saying better, not worse, but what makes you different?
Well, I mean, if I think of how I like to build things, I'm a little or a lot different than most people. I've never had a mentor. I've never had a boss that I would say I want to be like them. In part because I was always instilled with my own confidence of things that I wanted to do and how I wanted to treat other people. And I've been in startups where the grind is there. I mean, 15 hours every day, 7 days a week. I've made product releases on New Year's Day in the office. It's not nice. And at the end of the day, it wasn't my company. It was someone else's. So, but I was still working hard because it was my job. Right. I've seen this stories now on the news about large game companies, game studios that shut down and treat people like dirt. They just kick them out of the office. They don't even let them pick up their notepads or anything. And I feel that you don't have to lose your humanity to be a successful business. I've always been when I've always had my own team, I always take care of them first, then me later. So I'm a facilitator for their work to make their life easier at work so that they can perform for me. So I'm their employee. They don't work for me. I work for them. I've always had that mentality. And I wanted to build a company with that, like instill that culture into every single bit of the company. And I think you saw that with the team. I have on average one of the highest salaries for the beginners coming in the company, unlimited vacation. Everyone can set their own pace. There's no schedule for hours to come in or to leave. Everyone can work from home whenever they want to. Everyone can travel as much as they can. If they say that, hey, I want to spend a month in Spain, but I'm going to take my laptop with me because there's Wi-Fi everywhere so I can work from there. Fine. I don't care. As long as you do your work, I'm happy with it. So, and that for a lot of people, it's a bad trigger, They want to control, they want to have everything set, I need to see your face from 9 to 5. and then come 5 days a week, and then I'm asking you to do the grind whenever I need to. And I told Jake that this is what I wanted to do, and he supports me on that. I mean, we see face to face on that as well. And it's a very different culture in a company like that. I don't tell them the dates that, we need to release on Friday. No, they tell me when they can release the product. And if I'm happy with the release, then I'll release it. So it's not like, we have this super tight schedule and I'm going to burn every single person in the company just to get it.
Right.
I'm never going to do that. So yeah, I mean, this company, even though we haven't released a product, we have made a buzz around the way we work. So every time we open a position that we're looking for someone, we just, we can get to pick, because everyone wants to work with us right now. And
yeah, that's nice.
I'm going to do the same thing when we open the headquarters in California. So, I mean, the fact that the culture is like this because of who we want to be doesn't mean that we need to change the culture now and then try to fix it later on. No, we start with the culture from the very beginning when we're very small, so that the same culture permeates every single person in the company when we're actually large.
Yeah, I love the sound of that, and I've always believed that if you treat people right, people are going to want to do more for you, and it seems like your whole company is based around that. If you treat your workers right, they're going to want to work, they're going to enjoy coming to work every day, and you're going to get better product rather than just kind of looking over their shoulder all the time. So I love that mentality when it comes to being a boss, and I think you're doing a great job, and from meeting those people, they all seem to be really enjoying what they do over there with your company. I mean, they were there when it was a weekend, I think it was. They went in just to work because it's just so much fun over there at DunRite Games. Let's get into the next question, and it's another different question like the last. It says, why, and this is the question that everyone is going to ask, it may have asked already, but everyone compares base builder games to Clash of Clans. Clash of Clans is probably the #1 ever as far as popularity goes, so why is Rift of Raigard different from other base builders like Clash? So I'm basically asking, what are you guys doing to make it different? Because you're going to have people that are going to love your product and believe in it, and you're going to have people that are saying, oh, this is just going to be a different Clash of Clans. So how would you respond to that?
Yeah, sure. What we've noticed, and this is not just on mobile. This is across the board on many, not just different genres in games, but actually many products in the market. So there's a few things that if you follow business rules, there's a couple of things that you need to do to succeed. One of them is be first. Clash of Clans was there first.
Yes.
They were the original base building game on mobile. Everyone else just copied them, so Supercell won. That's it. Still winning. Yeah. The other way to succeed is innovate. If you're not the first, be best. And no one, absolutely no one else that has tried to enter the market has come close to being better than Clash of Clans. So having I'm gonna say the community outreach that Jake has built, yes, it's on the heavy side. It's the war, strategic, the heavy users, but that's actually the people who's probably spending money, spending the most amount of time making the content for the game, and that's how they became successful. So having vetted ideas that, hey, I think this is a good idea and we should tell Supercell to implement it, and if they don't, then let's make it ourselves. So having that list of ideas from the get, that we don't need to think, oh, how can we make it better? No, we know how to make it better. We have these ideas that the community has spoken before over and over again, that these would make a good game, and then we added a few more of our own sauce, our own ideas that we have also vetted with the community. We believe that we're gonna kick ass. That's just it. I mean, a lot of the things that that you haven't spilled the beans yet, are very unique. They're not done on any game so far. And we're going to be groundbreaking. And we're going to break ground on new things, on base building games, on mobile. And that's what it's going to be different from anyone else, not just Clash of Clans. So yes, Clash of Clans was there first, but we're going to take the other side and be better. That's just it.
I love the sound of that, and that's why there's so much excitement from people that have gotten to see a little bit of your game and to hear some of your ideas. So you're not just a clone of Clash, you're changing things. They were first. You guys, your plan, your idea is to be the best.
Yes.
All right, Bato, so the final question in this interview for you is going to be, will Rift of Raigard be the best new mobile strategy game?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You heard it here, guys. It's going to be the best. And he said it with such poise and such confidence. How do you not believe the man? Thank you so much for coming down today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to go visit the Kickstarter campaign for Rift of Raigard. A link will be in the description below. And again, Bato, thanks so much for coming down, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
No problem. I'll see all of you guys back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.